Eastwood Drive-In, featured in the movie Wild. I think Reese Witherspoon had a blue goo ice cream. Everyone comes here for ice cream. It just opened now. I got the first order in, but last night I had dinner, right at closing 5 o'clock. This place is hopping. There were probably 30 people out here having ice cream. No seat inside, just burgers and ice cream and shakes. And you can sit outside and eat, or go through the drive-thru. Eastwood drive-thru. Morning, I think it's day 133. I kind of lose track on the 0 days. All right, it's about 7:40. Should be getting picked up here in 5-10 minutes. Headed back out in the trail. Gonna start the Washington section. So everything just came together. Got 2 different trail angels. Kevin's gonna pick me up, join with a couple other hikers. I don't know if he's got 2 or 3 and other ones in his car. He says it's gonna be a tight fit. And drive us over to Vancouver, Washington. And then Lola is gonna take us on up to the trail. About 3.5-hour drive from there. So I'll total be about 4.5 hours, maybe 5 hours to get there. But that'll get us ahead of the Williams Mine Fire. The PCTA just opened up an alternate route. So I was a little bit torn. They opened up like yesterday. So you can hike around the Williams Mine Fire, but it's like a 60 or 70 mile detour around the fire, and the majority of it is walking on forest roads. So you're not even walking on trail. So, given that I already had a ride secured around it, that didn't excite me too much. Having to do a big long forest road walk, and I already gotten the food, to get through Goat Rocks and all the way up to I think it's Snoqualmie Pass. So I was all set. I had all the plans and arrangements made. So I'm going to go through with that. So I'm probably going to miss almost 100 miles of the trail. But even doing the detour, you're still missing. I don't know. I didn't look at exactly. You're doing like a 60 or 70 mile detour. I think you're missing probably 40 or 50 miles of the trail anyway. So I'm just going to stick with the original plan, and we'll head on up. Pack is full. I got full 7-day food supply, 2.5 liters of water. I'll probably drink some of the water on the way, but it's a heavy pack. But at this point in the trail, I'm thin, but I feel strong. So even putting on the heavy pack, it's I notice the weight, but it's like, oh yeah, I got this. So looking forward to a good day. We'll see you down the trail. I made it to Waldrop Lake, and someone's camping here. And they wanted some satellite, or they wanted some, I don't know, what is that? Starlink? I guess internet.
Yeah.
So they got.
It's got to be Starlink.
What is that? That's got to be 25 foot, 30 foot tree strapped to their car to get their Starlink antenna.
All right, let's see if I can get it.
And reception up there. That took some work. Okay, so I'm here with Jago.
You got to get the lake behind us.
All right, we'll go this way. Jago's hanging out with that. How do you pronounce this lake? Is it Wallop
Lake?
Wallop Lake. And he's hanging out with his paddle boards, giving PCT hikers a ride. He's got pizza and soda. First met Jago back in Acton. He was helping out PCT hikers, slack packing around, so met him there. He's up here helping us out now again, just being a true trail angel, and spend time out on the lake paddleboarding. He's not helping out his hikers, so thanks, Jago. Appreciate it.
Cheers. Absolutely. Nice meeting you. Yeah,
have a good one.
Absolutely.
Okay, entering Goat Rocks Wilderness, Gifford Pinchot National Forest at Wallop Lake, and headed back up to the trail. There's 2 ways. You can go this way or this way. I'm going to take this way. It's a little bit farther up the trail, but it's a little bit steeper. But I got fresh legs after 0, and anxious to get back up on it. So I had 3 trail angels help me out so far this morning. Started with Kevin, picked me up at the hotel after I had a breakfast burrito, and drove me over with 3 other hikers to Vancouver, Washington. That was like an hour drive. And then Lola, who hiked the trail back in 2018 northbound and 2019 southbound. Took us 3.5 hours from Vancouver, Washington, all the way up to Wallerup Lake, where the other 3 hikers, they're taking the other route. I'm going to take this route, but as walking down here, saw Jago again, and he's a nurse, and on his day off, he goes around and helps out hikers. He's been shuttling people, giving rides around the lake here, and he had some pizza and soda, so got a little trail magic to start the day off. All right, it's going uphill, so I'm going to focus on hiking. We'll see you on up the trail. Just did the first, I don't know, maybe 3 miles. Did 1,800 foot climb and reached the first saddle by Nanny Peak. Still got about 1.5 miles to get back to the PCT, but here's a nice opening. First look at the Goat Rocks Wilderness. Some of the most beautiful country in Washington. So, be in this for today and tomorrow, maybe a little bit the next day, but Goat Rocks Wilderness. A mile and a half west of the PCT. Okay, this is looking encouraging. Check out these mountains. This is in the Goat Rocks Wilderness. I'm almost back on the PCT, but yeah, this is looking like some pretty awesome country to hike through. About a half mile from the PCT. You can go down by a lake, maybe have a snack, and then get back on the PCT and start heading north. And best of all, check out the sky. Look at that, blue skies. We got some good hiking weather. All right, back on the PCT. Trail number 2000. It's always just feels better once I'm back on the lake. I mean, back on the trail. Took a little break, had a little snack down at Sheep Lake, and now I'm back on the trail. It's about 3:45, so I'm gonna head up the trail for a few miles, grab some water, and probably set up camp around 5:30. There's no rush now. I'm back on the trail, heading north. Got 7 days of food in my back, so we got plenty of time to make it to Squamish Pass. Squamish Pass. So I'm first is whatever White Pass, but I'm not gonna stop there. I might charge up my phone or something, grab a snack or something. But I'm gonna keep going past White Pass and head to Squamish Pass. About 130 miles, 140 miles. I gotta see exactly where we came up. I knew generally where we were gonna get on the trail, but when I get into my tent tonight, I'll map everything out. All right, we'll see you down the trail. We're not even to the top of the pass. I got a mile to Sispas Pass, but this is just such a gorgeous view. I want to do a panorama right here. We'll see, maybe it even gets better. But this is just awesome. Just beautiful. It's a gorgeous day to boot. It's so nice to be hiking in nice weather. All right, see you down the trail. Okay, right there's Sispas Pass. Made it to the top. This is just, can't get over this whole mountain ridge and valley. I guess after hiking in Oregon for so long and being socked in by trees, this is kind of getting back to like the Sierras where things are just big, wide open views. I love this. Here's the next valley over on the other side of the pass, and yeah, guess what? It's just as stunning. I think I'm gonna like this. Getting these big open views. Man, I've been missing this. As part of these big views is you can see where you're going. Up at the top of the pass, you can follow the trail for like the next 3 miles. And I'm down the trail a little bit, but you know, you can just see the trail going down along here. And then there's the first, I think it's Cypress River leg you get water at. And then you follow the trail along here, all the way down. And then either here or here is the second leg of the Cypress River. And then keep following it down to there and around that corner. I could see it up top as a first campsite. There's a couple campsites down there. So you can just follow this for miles. Where up in Oregon, I mean, you'd see, 300 feet, not 3 or 4 miles of trail. So this is just beautiful. Okay, the trail passes another fork of the Cypress River. Here it is here, but check out this nice little waterfall flowing almost right across the trail. It's probably 20 feet, 25 feet. There's the waterfall, here's the trail. Okay, end of day 133. Today was an awesome day. Just can't thank the trail angels enough. Kevin and Lola, Darlene, they really came through. I mean, just helping me, get in contact with each other and providing a ride, 2 rides. I mean, we left, Kevin picked me up at, 7:45, and we got to the trailhead at about 1 o'clock. So between the 2 of them, Kevin gave me a ride into Vancouver, Washington. Lola took us the rest of the way. So that's over 5 hours of driving one way. So between the 2 of them, they drove over 10 hours to get us around the fire closure. So that and neither one would take any money for gas. I mean, that's like a full tank of gas for Lola. She drove like 7 hours today, and wouldn't take any money for gas. She hiked it back, and she's hiked the PCT twice, 2018 and 2019. First northbound, then southbound. So she just wants to give back, pay it back, and yeah, it's just complete strangers just stepping up to help you out. It's a special experience. So anyway, got back on the trail about 1 o'clock. I took the steep route up. There were a couple different routes up from Wallop Lake. Oh, and just as I was walking towards the trailhead, see Jago. He's been out on the trail helping out all summer long, giving people rides and allowing people to slack pack and providing trail magic. So he gave me a soda and a slice of pizza before I even hit the trail. So 3 trail angels stepping up and helping us out all before 1 o'clock. So that's just amazing. So there were like 3 different routes that you could take up to meet the PCT from Wallop Lake. I took the steep one. It has kind of got me up here further along the trail. I think the other 3 guys I rode up with, Lucky and Extra Mile, and I forget I think Lucky was from Germany, Extra Mile's from Austria. The other guy, I forget his name, he was from UK. I think they took the middle trail up. So they're probably a couple miles behind me. It's just a gorgeous day. Blue skies, just a couple clouds to keep things interesting. Perfect temperature. It's like 6:30 now and it's cooling down, but hiking up, I was working up a sweat, but the cool temperature was just ideal. And man, clear blue skies for this Goat Rocks Wilderness, that's just special. We kind of got dumped off in the best part of Washington. The Goat Rocks Wilderness is arguably the most scenic section throughout Washington. And so normally you cross the border and you got 100 miles to kind of anticipate and work yourself up to it. And here we just get, dropped off right at the boundary. So it's just beautiful. And I haven't even hit I think the highlight is Knife's Edge. I'll hit that tomorrow morning. That's, I think, about 7 or 8 miles up the trail. But it's just fabulous up here. You get these big open views again, just like the Sierras, but it's at lower elevation, so it's not as much work. You can enjoy the beauty without having to climb up to 10 or 11,000 feet. So that's a bonus. I think we got good weather for the next week, so I want to, I want to enjoy myself and enjoy the experience, but I also want to kind of take advantage of this and get down the trail and before the weather starts turning again, because A, I don't like being cold and wet, but B, when all the clouds and fogs roll in, you don't really get to enjoy the scenery. Kind of like Three Sisters back in Oregon. That was kind of the highlight of Oregon. But I'm looking at it through fog and clouds, so I want to be able to experience it with clear blue skies as much as possible. So anyway, I think I'm only like 22 miles, something like that, from White's Pass. That's where if I had to do without the trail support, I would have had to take a bus to Portland, then a train up to Centralia, and then probably 2 hitchhikes over 60 miles to get to White Pass. And that would have taken, at least a day. Maybe I might have had to get a hotel in Centralia or something, or camp along the highway or something, because that's a long way to hitchhike. But, the trail angel stepped up, got us here by 1 o'clock. That's just, man, the trail provides. I got to figure out all the mileage, and I think I skipped probably about, I'm guessing 100, 110 miles, something like that. I got to see where exactly we got in and look at the mileage. So I'll update the stats. It would have been like 140 miles if we had to go up to White's Pass. So I think right now we're good for the next like 200, maybe 225 miles. And then there's a couple of fires up north of us that has the trail closed. But that's going to take us a couple weeks, or take me a couple weeks. So I'm hoping, last I looked, they're like 35% contained. So I'm just, I'm hoping with the cooler weather, and they've been getting some rain here, maybe the firefighters can get a handle on it, and maybe get lucky and they'll have it open, or at least good chunks of it open by the time I get there. So we'll see. But right now I'm just I'm in God's country right now, and we'll see you down to the trail. We'll see the fire closures. It spreads people out because people get on at different spots, and it kind of spreads all the hikers out. So right now I'm the only one here. We'll see if anyone else. It's like 6:30. I don't think the other 3 riding up, I don't think they're gonna make it this far. So maybe I got the place to myself. But just beautiful campsite, and just look at the views. It's just I gotta go through the trees a little bit, but just gorgeous. I paid like $300 for a hotel room, like a 2.5-star hotel room over the weekend, and here this is free. How do you beat that? All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Another view from my camp spot, which is right there, and just off this ledge. That's the view with the sound of the waterfalls behind me. And all along here. How beautiful is that?